Well, let's stay with this developing story. I am now joined by Garrith Jamieson, who is from ALS Paramedics Medical Services. In fact, they are part of the team that actually responded to the shooting. Garrith, thank you so much for your time this morning. A very good morning to you. I can safely say that you've had quite an eventful evening, a very sad evening indeed. But can you please take us through what you found when you got to the scene of the crime on Florida Road?
Good morning. Yes, as you can imagine, I can only describe it as total chaos. We arrived on the scene to find, obviously, some SAP members and Metro Police members. However, being probably the most popular road in Durban, especially on the weekend, there was multiple people in and around, and obviously, and if an incident occurs like this, it attracts the public eye, as well as, as you see, there's a lot of videos circulating on social media. So we arrived to find a large crowd, and then unfortunately, once word started getting out that it was this famous rapper, it attracted a lot more people. So it was very chaotic, and police did a remarkable job, and more assistance was called to assist with crowd control, whilst paramedics worked on the scene as well.
Well, the individuals, and perhaps you can just even confirm the numbers, when you arrived at the scene of the crime, Garrith, was it 2 people who were found? Were there allegations of 3 people? What exactly happened? And did you try to resuscitate any of those victims?
Okay, great. So when we arrived on scene, we were ushered to 2 people by SAPS and Metro Police members. One person was found outside the establishment, and one person was found inside the establishment. We were informed, and I cannot confirm that there was a 3rd person that was injured. However, he had been rushed through to a facility. As I say, I cannot confirm that. It is just speculation. But the 2 men that we found on scene, unfortunately, the one man had already passed away on our arrival with gunshot wounds, and the 2nd man was found inside the premises in a critical condition. Despite advanced life support treatment, the man unfortunately went into a state of cardiac arrest due to the injuries he had sustained. We did try to resuscitate the man for a lengthy time. However, his injuries too were too severe, and he passed away on the scene.
It's absolutely devastating to have to wake up to such news. And I can imagine that you, as the paramedics, did everything you can to try to at least resuscitate. How is the scene of the crime now? Was everything cleared? Has everything been cleared at the moment?
Yes, so, after the incident, obviously the entire Florida Road was closed and cordoned off for forensics to do their jobs, as well as detectives. I am aware that the scene has been pretty much cleared now, and there is traffic flowing again. Unfortunately, as you say, it is a very tragic event that occurred last night, and being in such a busy road, it attracted a lot of attention. Then plus to, as I say, with the renowned rapper known as AKA, that also attracted even more attention once word started spreading, and it did spread reasonably quickly.
Garrith, before I go into just around how many of these types of crimes you have to respond to as paramedics, I can imagine that it's quite common. But there's also been reports about the 2nd man that was found, now you are saying inside of the establishment at the time. Was that individual a bodyguard, or was that individual somebody that was close to the rapper, to your knowledge?
To our knowledge, it was a very close friend, and not one of his bodyguards that we found and we attempted to resuscitate.
How common are these happenings? From what we understand, this has become a very common phenomenon, particularly within the particular area, and has kept you guys busy, to say the least. And just speaking a little bit to how crime just seems to be out of control in this country at this point.
Yeah, we attend a lot of shootings in and around the Durban Central and outer lines of Durban. It's extremely common, unfortunately. The police are attempting to deal with these matters. However, it's almost on a daily basis that we attend to crimes where people are shot in drive-bys or assassinations. It appears, we can only allege where people are actually killed in this manner. And I mean, just after this incident last night, there was also another incident where there was multiple shootings in the south of Durban as well. So, that's just last night alone that I'm aware of.
Yeah. Garrith, as I said, it's just absolutely devastating to have to wake up to the news, but I can imagine to the staff and the team who has to consistently attend to these kinds of crimes and have to then obviously go on and resuscitate or try to resuscitate and save these lives. I'm going to leave you to rest, and I can imagine that it's been quite an eventful evening for you, but much appreciated for just giving us more information to this developing story. There you have it, Garrith Jamieson, who is from the ALS Paramedics Medical Services.